Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my Flosstube. My name is Karen, and this is KBH Stitches. This is Flosstube number 27, and it's March 19th already. So, coming back to you a little later than usual, but there were a couple weeks in February where honestly I just didn't even stitch. So, I now have piles of things to show and just kind of gonna get it out of the way. So, thank you for watching. If you've returning, thank you so much. I so appreciate all of the support. If you're new, welcome. There's a lot of great Flosstube to be watching. I've been able to watch a little bit more, and so wanted to steer you to some great Flosstubes. Cross Stitch the Globe, I think yesterday, I mean time is whatever, put out a most expensive cross stitch book episode. They've put out most expensive patterns before, and they're just really interesting. It's very interesting to see the trends and what like continues to be hugely popular. Saltbox Stitcher put out a Blackbird Designs parade. I don't even know what to say. They're beautiful. There are so many. There's a lot you can't get anymore, but y'all, that's fine. There are a lot more. So go watch that. It's just amazing. And I always love the banter between her and her husband. It's very, very fun. The Thread Gremlins put out a great Nashville, like what they were picking. Top 10? Was it top 10? Was it top 5? Something like that. What they were picking of the new Nashville market releases. And I saw things I hadn't even seen yet. So that was really fun and very fun to see, like, what about a design made them excited. And so I'm going to show my picks at the end. I'm so late to the party, but I kind of am doing it for my sake more than anything. But a couple of theirs landed on my list. And then Jen's Fiber Web. She just put out a video and had so much to show because her back is feeling better, and I am so happy for her. And you can just see the relief and the joy in her face, and it just led to a lot of really fun stuff, and she has a great finish. So so yeah, there's a lot of great Flosstube right now. So if you're watching me, I appreciate it. To all of those who have coming back, I so appreciate all your comments on the last video about my son. Just very quickly, things aren't great, but you know, it's going to be what it is. So last time I talked to you, he had gotten the cataract surgery done, and then his eye turned brown. So he has one blue eye now and one brown eye now. Partially it is due to hemolyzing blood, but it is also unfortunately due to some new abnormal blood cells developing in that eye. And so we are now on the road to losing that eye. And that was just not something that we had thought about. That's not generally an outcome of Coates disease. Coates disease usually is slow growing and sometimes leads to loss of vision. His case happened overnight. We've lost vision. And so it's just not been a normal case. And so we see another doctor next week, and then we see another different doctor in a few weeks. And this is the road we're on. And it's real hard for a kid who's just finishing 10th grade. It's limiting his options, and I hate that. I hate that for anyone, by the way. So it's not life-threatening. His other eye continues to hold up, and that's our biggest thing, because Coates disease generally only affects one eye, but his case is so odd that that has just always been the concern, and it's holding strong. And so, yeah, we have to shift gears a little bit, but my focus now is getting him to a place where he can move forward. So anyway, I appreciate all of your thoughts and prayers for him. They have meant the world to us. We're going into this is our 3rd year, and it's going to be good. It's spring break right now, and we're going to get out of town for a few days, and I'm excited about that. So anyway, sorry, tears already. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to move on. I have all sorts of things, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. I'm going to start with my FFOs, fully finished objects. So last time we met, I was stitching, this is called, I don't know what it's called, Love Notes. Sorry, I couldn't read this for the life of me. Love Notes by Brenda Gervais with I Needle and Thread. So far I have done the hearts, the XOs, and I'm going to put it away for now, but I still want to do this one. And I might do this one, but I do want to definitely do that one. And I stitched these on Osnaburg fabric with the called for DMCs. They're just called for DMCs. So this is the little one, the heart one. And I'm going to talk about it later too, but my husband has been wrapping my gifts in fabric. So I got a little Valentine's Day gift, and look at those cute little hearts. So that was fun. So I finished that one. I finished this one, the XOs. There was an additional X over here that I left off because I don't know, XOXO. Ugh, does that tell you too much about my TV watching? But anyway, sorry, it's not focusing. But I totally screwed this up. So I finished it upside down. And it's staying this way. I just don't have the capacity. So my closure, which is not great, is at the top. The hearts are upside down. Such is life. Then finally, this was a freebie. You Are Loved from the October House. And the original has like a stitched big heart around it that I just took off. I think it called for Fancy Floss. And I subbed it, or I didn't have the date. I subbed all the colors. Anyway. And I don't love this color because my eye can't catch that. But it's okay. And we put candy hearts on the back of that. And then, I think I showed you last time, I bought this cute little heart basket at Michael's. And look how cute. They all fit in there. I know, I should put like some stuff in there, but February was rough. We barely made it through. I had to have a colonoscopy because I turned 50. Here's your prize. And unfortunately, I have a blood disorder, and taking the prep, you have to drink it cold, and I sent myself into a bad hemolysis event, and it was not fun. I could barely move for 3 days. I couldn't move my hands at all. So February, whatever, goodbye. All right, other finishes. So this is a freebie from, I can never say it right, Pink Urn Pumpkin Quilting. She has a blog. I'll put it below. Tons of free things. Salt boxes, other little houses, all these little alphabets. Just tons. And so this is, I think it was just called Sunflower Alphabet. And I just picked colors. I don't know why, but I did. And I put these fun bees on the, oops. Oh, it's still there. Anyway, it's just a piece of yarn from my other one. You'll see why. But I put those bees on there. So that's going to go into, I don't know. Tell me about sunflowers. Are sunflowers, I always think summer, but are they really more like August? I don't know. Tell me when the sunflowers come. And then finally, this one was up for a vote last time. I had finished it and asked you about the backing fabric, and we did finish it. The polka dots won by a landslide. It was wild. People liked the Santa, but I did measure and he was too big, so he wouldn't have fit. But the polka dots won by a landslide, and then I was in a Zoomy group. I like that name, actually. I was in a Zoom group, and I was like, should I do white or red? And they said, do both. So this is my first time. I twisted them up, and I know about a cord maker now. So let's just put it that way. You can see, like, this is all crazy. And down here, I need to put a bow or something to cover up where they met. Listen, it's not perfect, but it's decidedly whimsical, and I love it. So that will be going out this Christmas. So those are my FFOs. And like I said last time, I've been keeping track of my finishes this year. Not just the big ones, like every little one, and I'm up to 23 already. Anyway, so that was fun. So, on to my whips. So, you're gonna see, my 25/7, this is my project. I work this 27 minutes, 5 days a week, peacock, unicorn, and a badger. I'm going to keep doing it, but I'm losing steam, as you'll be able to see. So last time I saw you, I had finished the squirrel. So I came up, I came up here, I finished this branch off, did the acorns, and did this leaf. And then I had to go back and fill in all this. So I'm still filling in. Like I said, there were like 2 weeks in February I didn't stitch. And then a lot of days that I was like, no. So unfortunately, this one is kind of taking the brunt of that. So I'm hoping I can get back into it. But the plan is there's 2 more acorns right here, and then I'm going to fill in like to here, and then I'm going to go back to the start. So let me unclip this. Whoa, I have threads everywhere. So as you can see at the start, I had done more. Sorry, this is all crinkled up, but I am way further down. So like this is the end of page 2 at the beginning. So I've already done quite a bit, and then I've had the big tail, and then I'll go across again. So I'm further along on that side than the other, if that makes any sense. But there she is. So many people are stitching this now. It's so fun. A lot of people have chosen to do it on green fabric, which I think is great. I'm going to clip these back on here just so I don't lose them. Ooh. I already lost one. So, off to a banner start here. Okay. Oh, no. Sorry. Okay. Hi. I'm Karen. If you've been here before, you know about this. If you haven't, sorry. Anyway, my second, so then I do 27 minutes on that. Then I do 2 threads a day on things. So that means you'll see I always leave a thread in my project. I finish off that thread. I load the needle again, finish that thread, load it again, and that's what I do. So this is Autumn Quilt by Primrose Cottage. And what I've done is I've cropped it here, and I'm stitching 1 for every month. Oops, I'm just gonna leave this hoop on and hope you'll understand. But I finished, maybe not. I finished February. I finished March. I finished April, which is like a purple and a teal. And I'm on to May, which is an orange and a green. You see that, can you? It's like, so like carrots. I'm feeling the bunnies hard, so yeah. So in terms of, like I said, I have 23 finishes. I have counted this as 4. Even though it's one big project and I'm stitching them all, I'm going to finish them as 4 individual projects. So that's how I'm counting them as finishes, if that makes sense. So that is my first 2 threads a day project. Then I've been doing monthly Mill Hill kits. Beck stitches everything, and Annie, Exo in the hay, needle in the hay, sorry. Exo, needle in the hay, Exo, Annie, have a, wait, where is this? Oh, have a hashtag mountain out of a, mountain out of a Mill Hill sow. And so I have a ton of these little kits and just would never reach to stitch them. And so I have been using it as an opportunity to do one each month. So this was February's pretzel. And I finished that one. This one, I have to say, was super fun. There were like 6 colors and maybe only 3 colors of beads. And so it was real easy. So that was February's. And then this is March's. And I finished it. Now, I should have cut it out before I did this, but I didn't. Look how fun. Look at his legs. I'm going to say this was a pain in the neck. Absolute pain in the neck. I should have probably cut it out before I did it. But we were in the middle of watching, yep, lost it. We were watching something. Oh, The Traders. And I was like, I'm not leaving. So anyway, he's super fun. These pinks may be all wrong because one part of the chart calls them all shades of coral and one calls them all shades of pink. And there were not enough to be coral and pink. So there were like 4 pinks and 3 corals. So I went with pinks. I don't know. It was very confusing. But 2 more Mill Hill kits done. I now have like, I don't know, like 10 or something to finish. Which isn't great. Sorry, distractions. More 2 threads a day. So I finished both of those. So I will pick a new one. I have my son pick it. I'll pick a new one in April. That's the next month, Karen. Okay, so then this 2 threads a day came up. I bought this pattern on the Etsy from Asbury's Echoes. And it's this turkey. It's a rooster, but look at his name. It's Fergus. It's Fergus Rooster, so I had to buy it, as you do. And there he is. So he's to here, and then his tail comes up. So he's, 3 by 3 maybe, but real blocky. And so that's going to go quick. I'm excited about that one. And yeah, it's Fergus. I had to buy it. And then, I have been working on these 3 charts. I've been rotating them. So, let me see. I'm going to have to get them all out here. That was dumb. Sorry, that was dumb. Anyway, they're Prairie Schoolers. This one is Holiday Harvest. It's all fruits. This one is Farmer's Market. And it's all veggies. And then this one is Kitchen Table. And it's smaller veggies and then some other fruits. So what I've been doing, I have each of them on a piece of fabric. and I've just been rotating through. So the first one I think I finished, nope. So much floss here. The first one I finished were the grapes. That was the grapes. The second one I finished, sorry, I could have been better prepared for this, but I'm not, was the carrots, which I love. I cannot tell you, I think those look so good. I love those. And then the third one I finished, sorry, I have to open the bag, crinkle, crinkle. Sorry. Were the eggplants. So now I am going to start, nope, not that one. Next up is the plums. So I am just rotating through these, like hoping I picked enough that I can fit them on the fabric, and just rotating through them so I can finish them all and have like a fruit and veggie display. So that's my 2 threads a day. Anyway, okay, so then I had a few other projects that I worked on. This is my snow day project. I think we had 2 snow days. And so this is Mill Hill Christmas tree. Nope, Mill Hill. Nora Corbett Christmas tree 2011. If I can get that in. I love this one. It's just, I don't know. The design is different and I really like it. So I have, sorry. I did a lot of the deer's body. I came over here and did this wreath. This is around like his neck. And then I came up here and have started his antlers. So I'll do the antlers and then bring this all down. But I'm mostly done with the tree now. I know you can't really see that white, but there's gonna be red beads all throughout that's gonna make it pop a little bit more. So that is my snow day sal. We'll see. I mean, I would like to say I don't think we'll have any more snow, but the way the weather has been going, I have no idea. So then this was a start kind of out of nowhere. I saw a post on Instagram from Miss_Lemon_Sunshine. And she had finished this little full coverage piece and sent that piece to Creative Country Girl, who is Tammy Blaylock. And she made an amazing project bag out of it. And so I saw this piece and I'd seen it before and thought, well, because some full coverages don't really turn out and some do. And I loved the way it turned out. And so I commented, oh my goodness, I need to get that. And Annie, again, from XO Needle in the Hay XO, said, I started it, and she had started it on some fabric that she didn't like. And so she said, I'm going to restart it. So I got it. It is from an Etsy shop called, Perfidious Beadworks. And it is a cross stitch of a TV dinner. And I am definitely of the TV dinner generation. And so I got this, Annie got hers back out and we started it. Oh, I don't remember the date, but if you want to join in, by all means. Now this is going to be really hard to see because I started with the mashed potatoes. But I'm doing this on 22 count, one thread over, one. So it's going to only be like 3 inches long. But anyway, I got a good start on the mashed potatoes there. And then that's my magic needle minder. This came from Mad for Minders on Etsy. All my wooden ones, I think, came from Mad for Minders. But if you ever have a question, just ask. So, I have this just kind of ready to pull out if I want to. But it's not like we didn't come up with a hashtag or anything, and there's no time limit. So, it's okay. All right. The last new start I had, I said I didn't do any stitching, right? Well, so it goes. Something happened to me during, I have a little Zoom group, and for some reason, we got onto Mama Witch Cross Stitch, her Etsy store, and I went crazy. I don't know what happened. I kind of blanked out. And anyway, many of us ended up buying this whale pattern, which is amazing. And so we started hashtag Witch Whale Sal. Witch like witch, W-I-T-C-H. Witch Whale Sal. Jen's fiber wedge, she finished hers. So go watch her video. She did it on this beautiful blue fabric. It's amazing. And you'll see, I bought more than just that pattern. So if you're stitching any Mama Witch cross stitch pattern, just join that hashtag. I would love to see them. I kind of always thought that hers were huge. I don't know why I thought that, but not the case. So anyway, I am stitching this on Osnaburg fabric that I tea-dyed with the called for DMCs. And the day I was supposed to start this, my son called from school with eye pain, which freaked me out. And so we had an emergency eye doctor appointment. So I didn't get much done, but it is so cute. It's just this little moon. And then this is part of the balloon. So the balloon will be up here. The whale will be down here. It's not a huge piece. I'm noticing now that I have terrible light in here, so I hope that you all can see these things. Sorry, I'm doing my best today. Sometimes your best is all you got. So that is something I am going to work on. I have plans to work on. And like I said, I bought 2 others, and I could have bought like 8, I swear. I bought like 2 others that I would love to get to too. All right, so like I said, I didn't have any whip bags in February. I just said, forget it. We just, I just did. So anyway, we came back in March, and this is, I think it's bag 59, but I could have lost count in there somewhere, and I don't really care. But I love this. This is one of those sleeves, and it has food trucks on it, and I just love that. And in this magical sleeve, I am currently working on yellow polka dot bikini. I'm gonna put it sideways. It's Plum Street Samplers, but I have 4 of these. I'll show you first my progress. So I have on this piece, I have the turkey sausage, which I love that one. And then this is where I was. Oh, sorry. So I finished this flower, started this word, did this flower down here, did the butt of the big dog, and did that super teeny weeny dog. Look how cute he is with his swim trunks. Get out of here with your swim trunks. It's so cute. So I don't know if you can see on here. It's glary, I know, but there he is. And then over here, you have the mama dog and another little baby. So it's super cute. I also have Starbucks and spring rolls. Just have bunny ears. Oh, so I can fit all those on this. And I know that at Market, they came out with another one called Meanie Weenies, I think. And they're like wearing leather jackets and spiked collars. So cute. So cute. Speaking of, I'm going to jump up for a minute because my dog wants to see his boy. Is he out there? Go get him. Is he out there? I don't know. We'll just leave it like that. Okay. Like I said, it's spring break, so my son is home. So I don't know if he's asleep or the dog wants to see him. But anyway, so that was bag number 59. This was bag 60. This is by Long Dog Samplers. It's called Air Presumptive. And there's another one called Air Apparent. I don't know. But it's air like hair instead of air. Anyway. So I bought this like 8 million years ago. I bought this at Gypsy Wool, which was a store in Boulder, Colorado that is no longer there. But I bought it a long time ago. Oh. And this pattern is beautiful, but it is hard to pay attention to. My dog is losing it, so if you hear him tearing around, sorry. I'm doing this on 40 count vintage country mocha, and I'm hoping I can get the color right for you. But it is, so there's a lot of black work down here. So I did all this. I finished his foot, went out here, did these little things, and then started doing these little whoop-de-doos. And I have a mistake right here. I don't know. I tore this out like 5 times, and I still have a mistake. So I was like, no more. I love it, but it's a complicated chart that you just have to really be paying attention to. And I am stitching this with, I wish I'm not going to be able to show you how gorgeous this color is. It's the Gentle Art, and it's called Verdigris. Oh, I just can't show you. But it goes from like gray to like teal. Oh, that doesn't look right. Anyway, it's a really pretty color. So, you know, this is not something I'm going to give up on. It's just something that needs a lot of concentration, and I wasn't there. And you'll see this week's bag is the same. So, it's not going anywhere, and it's not giant. It's not giant. I'm here, you know. So, it's big, but it's not huge. And then it's mirrored on the other side. So, my plan is to come down and then do the mirrored side. So it's not going anywhere. It was just kind of a lot. As is this week's bag. So this is bag 61, and this is by Ink Circles. This is the comparatively small red Ship of Life. So I think she has the big red Ship of Life, the smaller Ship of Life, the comparatively small. So there are a bunch of these. And they're really cool. There's just a lot of cool things in here. These sharks and weird fish and that weird horse and birds, of course. So, very pretty. And I chose to do this on 46 count cream. is what I have so far. And again, it's really fun to stitch, but you have to pay attention. Number one, because of the 46 count, but also just because the pattern is such. I am stitching this with, it is a Threadworks. It's a Threadworks it's a Threadworks floss, 1089. Hoping you can see that a little bit better. So it goes from like a scarlet red to more of an apple red down to almost a dark. Anyway, I love these Threadworks. If you are looking for a variegated floss, these are, so that they come in, I wish it said 20 yards. So a usual like skein of like Gentle Arts is like 5 yards, and this is 20, and these are like $3. That may be a lie, but they're cheaper. Anyway, so I'm doing that, and then for the little blue parts, there's like this one border across the top, and then there's another one on the bottom. The rest of it is red, but I am using, oh goodness, I have a lot of little bags here. Old blue jeans. Old blue jeans from Classic Colorworks, which just looks like a blob. I don't know what's wrong with my lighting today. I'm sorry. Anyway, here they are on my thread keep. Maybe you can see the colors a little bit better. Nope. Very cool. You can kind of see down there. So, again, I think this is gorgeous, and I love it. And I bought the smaller one, thinking that would help. And I'm doing it. This is my only project on 46 count. And it's not that I don't like it. It's as easy to stitch on 40 count as it is 46 count. I don't see much of a difference. My issue is that DMC floss, the Threadworks works well. The Threadworks works well. But if I use DMC on 46 count, it gets real cramped. And so while I would love to like stitch, 56, I don't think I'd have a problem stitching it. But I just can't afford to buy a whole new set of flosses because they fit that fabric. So I have a few projects on 46 and I like them. They're not a problem. I just don't see myself shifting a lot from that just because of the, there are those, 100 threes and all that. It all looks so gorgeous when Brenda and Laura put them up in like those bags that, like I die. That new Hands Across the Sea from that the Attic has with the bright colors and the muted colors. That muted color one puts me out. It's like, and I'm like, do I buy, I have like a choice. I either buy a few things from Nashville or I get that one, and I haven't made a choice, and I don't need either. Let's be real. It is so beautiful though. But I would do it on a higher count with DMC. And so anyway, that's where we are. Okay, so those are my whips. On to, did I say everything? Probably not, but it's okay. I'm just going through the basket at this point. So, on to haul. I'm just going to do this first. So, Joann's. I'm really sad about Joann closing. In the town I live in, it's really the only accessible craft anything. And so I'm really sad about it. So I went in and just bought the yarn had been gone through. But I use this type of yarn for all my, you know, my edgings. This one is really huge, but I just didn't have a green color. So I got this, and the yarn was wiped out. The DMC, there was not one skein of DMC. And this was early. This was like the week. So there was like a week that they announced that some stores would close, and then they announced that all the stores were closing. And I went in like a few days later. There was not a DMC. Now, what I've heard is that there are certain stores where things are being sent to, and I think that's what our store is. So I could go back, but I'm not going to. Anyway, I bought a bunch of fabrics. I'm just going to show you real quick because they're fun. And if your store is closing, I know that I think up until now the fabric has only been like 20% off, but I think it went to maybe 30 this week. What I experienced, and I probably paid too much for this, but I'm okay with it. What I experienced was you had to buy 2 yards, and if the bolt was in plastic, you had to buy the whole bolt. So there were a bunch of things that I would have bought, but they were saying I had to buy the whole bolt, and there was just, I'm not going to buy a whole bolt. So I don't know if that rule has changed. I don't know if they'll get to a point where, like, as the discount goes up, the cutting will go away, was my kind of feeling. So I had to buy 2 yards, but that's okay. I got this lovely strawberry on this pale pink. It's really big, but I thought it could be kind of cool, you know, as a back of a, even if you don't get it all in. I don't know. I thought that would be cool. I got ducks because I'm a duck. March Madness. Here we go. So we do brackets in our family. My parents do it. My husband's dad do it, and then we all do it. And it's simply for bragging rights. But I've decided this year I'm going to match mascot to mascot. Whatever mascot would win. So I think I've Iowa State. Is that right? Iowa State or Illinois State. It's a cyclone, so they're going far. So that's how I do it. Anyway, this, I don't know what this is. So I think it's cute, but it's like, it's a weird fabric. I don't know what it is, but it's cute. So I bought it. I got apple pies. My mother-in-law made the best apple pies. These cute trees. I thought that would be good for like winter things. I always have trouble with like winter fabric. Got those cute trees. I saw this and it was like snowy and cold, and I was like, oh, spring, let's go. And that will be good like the opposite way if you want something really small. And then, you know, you gotta get polka dots. That's the rule. So I got polka dots, and then I don't even know what. If somebody knows where I could send this to get a project bag made, let me know, because it's astronaut chickens with fried egg UFOs. And so I have 2 yards of it because they made me buy 2 yards, but I don't know why. And I don't know how to make a project bag. And I know I could learn, but it probably won't happen. And then, so like I said, my sweet husband, my husband, like over the last year, started wrapping my gifts in like a half yard of fabric. And so he wasn't going to be able to do that anymore. So he went in bravely. And this was like a week ago, and there was still no DMC, no yarn, no sewing notions, no quilting thing, like everything but the fabric is gone. So, but he got me a few. He got me carrots and apples. I love those. And naughty kitty cats. They're not naughty. They're nice kitty cats. Morning, Darren. And fall leaves. And these cute, like, Halloween, put that one. They're like Halloween kitty faces, kind of, with moons. I like that one because it's Halloween, but it's also not, so. And then, of course, the polka dot. I love this one. I love this one. So, see, that would be cute. Well, no, it doesn't match. No, it doesn't match. Never mind. Anyway, so a lot of fabric from Joann. The discount on fabric wasn't great. But I just kind of wanted to say goodbye. I guess that's a weird thing to say, but truly that's what it was. So, other haul, let me see. Okay. So, oh God, I have things in here. Here's that heart fabric that he bought me. So that's how long it's been since I've been here. Okay. So first things first, I bought a project bag from Kathy's Posies before Christmas, and she had like all her packages stolen at the mailbox, at the post office. So come on, folks. But anyway, she made it right, and she sent me, and she like remade it. This is not like the bag I bought, but she remade it, and look at that. Look at this little chicken. So I love it. I love it, and now I get to use it. And she, she said she tried to work with the post office, who was not willing to work. And she said, I can either refund you or send you a new bag. And I said, do whatever is better for you, basically. So she sent me that bag, and I'm very pleased with it. And, I will for sure go back. So, as I said, I bought a few patterns from Mama Witch Cross Stitch. So, as I said, I bought the whale. I bought this, why do I have the worst time with this? I bought this chicken because he's wearing breeches. I had to. And then I bought this cute little thing. I don't even know what it is. It says, the title is Little Spring Creature. Look at that. This pattern was like 89 cents. Just FYI. So I bought that. And previously in the month, I think this was on Valentine's Day, Erin Elizabeth was having a sale, and I bought this cute little sampler. Look how cute. The letters go, and it's I love you. So I won't be picking that one up for a while, but follow her Instagram, because she on there said I'm having a sale and gave you a code. And she also has that amazing duck, duck, goose, quack, quack, honk. I have to start that one. But so follow her Instagram for things coming up for sale. Or, yes, whatever I just said. Okay, then I was very lucky at my stitching group. Somebody was giving away this pattern, The Pumpkin House by Hello Liz Matthews. And I am not, like I said, I can't even make a project bag. So I'm just going to do this top, because there's no way I'm sewing together fabric. My sewing skills are clearly, I'm doing things upside down. Clearly not grand. So, but that was really beautiful. And then I'm not going to cry. But there's a woman in my sewing group who has become really a dear friend. She checks in on us all the time. And she just brought me these. These are 3 Duchess hoops. They are all in beautiful condition. And I'm going to use them with a lot of love. And I so appreciate it. That one kind of put me out. So, but more than that, she's been a really kind friend to me, and so I appreciate it. Next up, I had ordered this from Under the Wool and Willow. What am I talking about? Michelle at Under the Wool and Willow. I've showed you many treasures here. They're so, everything she makes, it's beautifully made. It ships immediately. Yeah. And so I got this. It's a sweet, this is felt. And then, look at that cute little, see, where do you get fabric like this? Like quilting stores. Is there a way? Because we have I think we have 2 quilting stores. Anyway, fabric is very hard to buy online because the sizes are weird and stuff. So anyway, I don't know. If you know where to get like prim stuff like that, let me know. And then it has this cute button and scissor. And so I'm just going to add that to my little tomato tray. But I love it. It always comes packaged in the most beautiful paper. This one says, "Simplify, friends, live." It's just really nice. So I love her treasures. Then Not Forgotten Farm, she posted that on her Etsy store, she sells seashell shells by the seashore. They sell charts and PDFs, obviously, but she also sells like those sewing trays. I have one. It goes like over the end of the arm of your couch. And so like wooden items. And they were selling some thread keeps. They have decided to discontinue them. So I don't know if any of these are available. But there were bee skeps, and there were Halloween things, and there were snowman hats, and there were a whole bunch of things. And so like I said, I've been feeling the bunnies. Oh, hi. He's so cute. Look at that bunny. And I will say, sometimes I bought a few of these, and they're so rough that I don't want to necessarily put my thread in there. This is like so smooth. This is so smooth. So I will definitely be using this as a thread keep. Oh, he's so cute. I love him. Can he be my... Hi, everybody. He's so cute. Oh, that little bunny butt. So this made me go. She was discontinuing these. So again, I don't know if there are any more, but if there are, run on over. And then I had seen this chart. It is called Rabbit Warren, and I had seen this on Anna from Curious Crafters is stitching this. And it is just super cute. And it's real prim and spring and bunnies. So, and actually the picture, that's a little clearer. It's on the back. Is it the same picture, Karen? It's the same picture. It's not clearer, it's the same. Anyway, and then I had to get another one. It's called Brown Bunny. And look how cute. We've got a turnip, and we've got a carrot, and we've got strawberries. So here's the thing. I think I need to come up with some sort of food hashtag, because I have Pretty Bird Sal, right? Which most of my things have a bird. And if they don't have a bird, it's usually because they're food. So I don't know, the Yum Yum Sal. I don't want to make it like just veggies, although often I stitch veggies, but anyway. Hashtags don't work anymore anyway, but they're just kind of fun to stick on there. So if you have a thought, let me know. A food-centric hashtag. Just what I need. And then, jeez, I'm a nut. Okay. And then my friend Alex, Salax Stitches, mentioned that for her birthday, see, I was supposed to look this up. Do you have a hashtag yet, Alex? So Alex runs the Instagram account crossstitch_salander. So all these hashtags that I've mentioned, or Sal's or whatever, they're all there. So follow that account. I don't think she has a hashtag for this yet, but she is doing, for her birthday, Kathy Barrick's Quaker House. And she said, if you want to stitch this with me, join. Hold on. And I said, I would love to join you, but you are a crazy fast stitcher of crazy big houses, and I don't have the willpower. So that is it's a beautiful chart. But I went on to Kathy Barrick's, she has an Etsy store. And I just put in Quaker House, and there are like 4, I think, designs. And anyway, I found this one, which I had never seen before. I'm gonna get this out. And it is called a miniature Quaker sampler. Isn't that pretty? So where she will do a big old house, I will do a big old bird. So I said, hey, can I stitch this one and still join you? And she said, of course you can, because of course she's the most wonderful. So I got the pattern, and this, most Kathy Barricks are in MPI, but this one is in Gentle Art. So I bought the Gentle Arts, Gentle Arts flosses, and yeah. So what year? This was in 2016, and Gentle Arts flosses change. They change from year to year. So over the course of 10 years, I think they've changed quite a bit. So I'm going to use this, but this was the color for like the blue parts of the birds, and it's called Lexington Green. And it is for sure khaki. So we all discussed, and I'm going to switch this one out for a bluer DMC to get this light blue in the bird. Otherwise, I think the rest of it will work. It's ghosty, and it's meant to be ghosty. Look at these funny little dogs. Their heads are huge. I'm not going to do the words. So anyway, I picked up a piece of summer khaki, 36 count summer khaki. Oops, I'll switch that around so you don't see this. And I think this will all work. This, the greens on the outside here are this blue spruce, which is not terribly green. So I think I have an older blue spruce that I may switch this one out with. And then I'm going to make a change for the blue. So we are starting that for Alex's birthday. That's in April. If you want to join, go see her post for all the like dates and everything. And I'm hoping you are the queen of hashtags, so you must make one. This is a disaster. Okay. I don't even know what just happened. So anyway, so that's coming up in April. That's part of my thoughts. And then I joined, this is a club. It's called Vintage Feathers Pin Keep Club. It's from Scattered Seed Samplers. I will get 3 kits over the year, and this was an absolute splurge. And this actually helped me because my thought was, I love birds and I love stitching birds, and so no question, I knew I was going to love this. I've bought almost all the patterns from the past kits, so I knew I would love it. And because I knew it was coming, I haven't bought anything from Nashville. I'm going to show you my choices from Nashville, but I haven't bought anything because I knew this was coming. And it did not disappoint. 100% did not disappoint. So this is from Scattered Seed Samplers. It's called Nesting Together Pin Keep. Oh my gosh. And so you get the kit, you get fabric, you get the floss, and look how beautiful that she puts this all together. So I got, you know, stitching fabric, backing fabric, all the floss. There's a needle here. This little charm is extra that I'm gonna put it on my pillow. And then I had no idea, but I was like, what is this pink stuff? I didn't know what this was. She also is going to teach us how to make this little strawberry. And I'm so excited about that. So it's basically kind of like 2 kits in one. So I'm just thrilled with that. So this kind of helped me. I was like, I know this is coming. I know I want to stitch it. So I might as well just kind of wait and do it. And then I have, so there'll be another one in June, or maybe she said, like it's, I don't know. There'll be 2 more coming, which I'm thrilled about. And then these charts will be available in a year's time. So just wait. It's just DMC 36 count country mocha. It's not fancy. But it was an amazing treat to get in the mail. I'm really happy about that one. Okay, so then on to my plans. I have not done my month. Jacinta Crafting on the Plains has a Sal, Year of Freebies Sal, and I haven't done my March freebie yet. So I need to do that. And then, like I said, I've been feeling the bunnies, and I bought these 2 charts are from Wanderling Stitches. And I found out about them because of Sally, Flossy Sews and Grows on Instagram and Flosstube, is hosting a hashtag Best of British Sal. And so this is a British designer. And I got this. It's called, this one is Hares and Toadstools. And then I got Hares and Tomatoes. So I'm wanting to switch to spring and do the bunnies. So I got both of those, and I'm going to hashtag them Best of British Sal. And again, that is Wanderling Stitches on Etsy. I believe. It may have been their own website, and I'll put it below. And then again, I'm going to continue on the Witch Whale Sal, the whale with the Mama Witch cross stitch design. And hopefully, if I finish it, go on to some other ones. You do not have to be stitching the whale to join that Sal. Just a Mama Witch cross stitch piece. Anything, all the time, start whenever, end whenever. We love all of that. So those are kind of my plans. I'll continue my 27.5. I'll continue my monthly quilts. I'll continue my fruits and vegetables. So again, I need a food Sal. I don't know. Or just fruits and vegetables. I don't know. If you have ideas, let me know. But those things I'm planning to just continue doing. And then finally, I'm going to show you the things that I want to get from Market. Again, I watched the Thread Gremlins Nashville pics. It was so funny. And I know I haven't decided yet because we'll still be in spring break. So it's a kind of iffy on what plans we'll have. But Lindy Stitches is hosting another online event, kind of like the Jingle Ball, like Midsummer Stitch. And it's called Nash Stash. It is, I should have looked up the dates. I know it's the last weekend in March. I don't know those dates. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that one. I'm for sure doing the Midsummer Stitch because I need to do one. And that one is actually like the most available to my schedule that I know. So it's just, it happens to be the end of spring break, and now we have another new eye appointment. So I don't know yet, but go there. It's to start your Nashville pieces, but I'm sure you're welcome whether you're doing that or not. I probably won't have any in my hands by then, so if I go, I'll be working on whatever, but I did want to show the things that I would like to get my hands on. So there are 2 from the Blue Flower. This is a basket of birds. Oh, look at that. This basket, I don't know about the basket. That looks hard, but so pretty, and a perfect chart to take pieces out of. All these little birds could be amazing little pillows, amazing either gifts at a retreat or exchanges. It's just a really great chart for that sort of thing. So that was my first chart. And then also by her. I think this is called Pigeon Reflection. First of all, I love daffodils. He's wearing rain boots. Do I have to talk about it anymore? It's a pigeon wearing rain boots. Gets my heart. It's so cute. And I know it's done with DMC, and so this like variegation, I don't know if it's in the chart or if she like stitched it different, but it's charted for DMC. So that'll be an interesting chart to read. Then I love this one. Plum Street, Tomato Hill. This came out, this was a retreat piece or a class piece or something. So it's just come out this year for everybody else. I will not do this hill, even though it has a cute black cat. I wouldn't do that hill with all that grass. Nope. Anyway, oops. So love that one. I also love these Birdsong Berries. This is by Erica Michaels. I really have a hankering to do a berry, and then when I saw, well, wait, I'll have some semblance of understanding if I make this, and I know this will have good instructions that I could probably pass along to these. I just think they're really sweet and delicate. And this one I love. This one came from the Third Gremlins. Ducks in the Orchard. And I mean, we have ducks, we have baby ducks, we have mama, and we have pairs. So if I stitched this, would absolutely not do the alphabet or the border. I would do these little keys up here as a top border, the trees and the ducks. I would do the middle part. It's just really cute. And I don't know, I haven't been able to find like the supplies list for that one to figure out what those flosses are, but they're really pretty. So love that one. And then there's one other one that I love that I don't know why it's not coming up there, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. It's from Little House Needleworks. Little House Needleworks. Is Little House Needleworks the one that is also, is she Classic Colorworks too? I don't remember. Anyway, it's Farmers Market ABCs. This should not come as a surprise to anyone, but I love that one. Little farmhouse and veggies and jam. So I love that one. So those are the things that caught my eye. I'm sure I'll see more things that I haven't seen, but I haven't bought anything. And I don't need to. I've become a little bit overwhelmed with what I want done. And so I think I just need to give myself a little peace and grace and work towards those things right now. Like I said, by getting this kit, it kind of scratched my itch, and I'm okay with that. Also, we have some real unknown medical futures here that make me nervous, to be honest. So that's just how it works now. So anyway, I don't want to get into a tangent. Thank you for joining me. I am surrounded by piles. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any comments, leave them below. I love the comments. I answer everybody's comment. I hope you are loving your Nashville pics. Let me know what you got. Let me know if you want to start something together. Let me know if you know of sales that are happening. Let me know all the things. But until then, I'm going to go back. I'm going to enjoy spring break. We're going to take a little vacation, watch some Flosstube, watch everybody starting their stuff. Let me know if you're going to the That's hard for me to say. Let me know if you're going to the Lindy Stitches event. And maybe I'll see you guys there. I'm not sure yet. One thing at a time is what I'm going to try to do. So if we get back here, we'll do it again. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Erin.